I wanted to address how to go from nothing to having a multi-million dollar or even a multi-billion dollar company in less than 6 months. And I can show you this because I've done it. And the reason why I've done it, they're not really, to be honest, they're not really important. But it's the methodology that I use in creating not just my own business model, but structuring that business model in a way that it becomes a system. And I found that with my own business practices and how I create my business models, a lot of times it comes to me as a download. And when it comes to me as a download, I'm able to see from a 10,000 foot perspective how the entire business model works from the end. And then I reverse engineer it. And I know that a lot of people don't have, maybe they don't get those downloads. Maybe they are, still in discovery mode of even what it is that they want to do. But if you are an entrepreneur and you are looking for a way to create your own system, and I'm not talking about even promoting the Phoenix Rising to walk you through those steps. I am talking to business owners who maybe they have a vision of, an entire business blueprint that they want to get off the ground, but they do not know where to start. And what I want to show you now is four key steps on what you will need to do in order to get the foundation built for your business. And that foundation is going to be the critical step that is going to launch the business system that you need. Not just a business model, but you need the system in order to have an effective and powerful message and product to bring to market. So the number one most important thing that you need to figure out before you do anything is, who is your product going to serve? Who is your customer? Who is your avatar, right? And what is their biggest problem that they need to solve? Now, you don't need to look at a sea of people or go into large groups of people. What you need to do is narrow down exactly one person and what that one person's biggest pain point is when it comes to a problem that they need to have solved. Because you don't want to muddy the waters. You don't want to complicate things. You want to keep it as concise and simple as possible. And the best way to do that is to either take a mirror image of yourself and the problems that you are facing currently and the solution that you have used in order to solve that problem. So what does that person look like? What do they sound like? Where are they located? Are they a woman, a man? Are they single parents? What is the exact demographic of that specific person? And what challenges are they faced with every day that you've got the power to solve for them? Okay, that is critical. And there's all kinds of different ways that you can break that down to truly understand and get to know that person so intimately that when you do launch your product, they will immediately resonate with you and your messaging because you are speaking directly to them. And that's what people want to know. They don't care how much you know. They want to know how much you care. And when you get that right, that is honestly, that's the biggest battle that you need to tackle as a business owner. So how I was able to visualize or identify my ideal avatar is I looked at myself. What are the biggest challenges that I have? Number one, my biggest challenge is not being able to confidently talk on video. That was my biggest one. I didn't want to have that. I didn't want to have to, have that pressure put on me to create content all the time. Now, as a business owner, do you have to do that? Not always, but does it help your business and your brand? Absolutely. It really does help your business and your brand get recognized, because you don't want to be the best product in the world that nobody knows about, right? So that was the number one challenge that I had, that I knew I had to tackle right away. And number two, one of the big issues that I had is, how do I replicate myself? Because after being sick, after losing my a very large business that I had, and seeing all of those people become unemployed after my illness, that made me really realize that I cannot have another business model where it is only me. So I knew that in creating this business and having it be so detailed in how to replicate myself, that there are other business owners out there who are doing the exact same thing, and that's keeping them stuck, because you're trying to be everything in your business. You're trying to wear all of the hats, and we just can't do that. Whether it's, different limitations that challenge us, whatever the case might be, you can't do that, especially if you are looking to build a multi-million-dollar brand. You need to be diversified. You need to have multiple roles filled. Whether you can do them or not, you need to have other people filling those roles for you. So whether that is sales, marketing, it could be product development. There's so many different aspects that goes into a business, and we can't do it all. So that was one of the major things that I looked at, how to replicate myself. And the third thing I was also looking at was, how do I confidently convey my product or service to the market to build trust quickly? Because a lot of times when you're starting your business, money is the biggest factor. You don't have it. And it's very hard to get your messaging out if you do not have a lot of money to invest into ads, or, invest into partnering with other people, or partnering with influencers. You need to have some money in order to really get your brand recognition into the hands of the market. So that was the next biggest challenge that I needed to identify in how to do that. So, all of those things, those three aspects. First, what is the business model? What is the biggest challenge that people face? How do I replicate myself, and how do I get my messaging out into the marketplace? So those were the critical things that I knew, if I'm having these problems, other business owners are also having the exact same challenges. We see it on Instagram, or we see it on Facebook, or whatever social platform every single day. We hear the comments on, of creators on TikTok that, they're drained. They need systems, and that's why there is such a plethora of different systems out there. But the caveat is knowing how to incorporate all of those different systems into your business model. Okay? My biggest philosophy is keeping things simple. Really, really simple. And when you can simplify the process, that it makes it feel not only efficient and doable, but it also provides results. And if you can show and incorporate all of those different aspects of a system into your business model, And to be able to do that quickly, to create your product, to align yourself with right partnerships, to align yourself with people who are able to get it out there, whether you're creating an affiliate program, to get more people, more messengers on your mission, on your side, to share your brand with their audience, then that's a highly effective way of doing it. But also not just the sharing aspect, but really being able to hit the nerves of the consumer, of where they're hurting the most. And if you know how to do that, if you know how to do that with messaging, if you know how to do that creating an offer that is so powerful, and you create that offer by knowing who you're talking to. But when you create that powerful offer, because you've already invested the time, the energy into really honing in and getting to know who your message is for, then that is where the magic really starts happening. Because if you're able to incorporate those other three elements into your business model, into the foundation, then that is your launch point. Now, your product doesn't need to be perfect, but it does need to have the foundation built in order to start branding yourself and getting the recognition from the consumers. So those are, essentially the three strategies that I really used, or I guess the fourth strategy. The fourth strategy is execution. Obvious to many business owners, but it's the applying the execution techniques, which is incorporating your brand with however you're going to market it, whether it's through ads, through influencers, through affiliates, whatever the case might be. But the execution and getting the message out there, that's where you're really going to start seeing momentum happening. And if you can do all four of those things, you are recognizing who your exact avatar is, you know who your audience is, you've recognized their pain points, and you were able to speak to them. If you're able to create a replicatable system using, which I would hope, influencers or affiliates that is going to be able to replicate for you, or really powerful sales models, then you've got your offer or your messaging that is resonating exactly and hitting home exactly to the audience that you are catering to, and then the execution of providing that service for that exact problem and for those exact people. You can't lose with that formula. And like I said, you don't need to overcomplicate it. It really should be simple. And the simpler you make it, the easier it is for people to understand it and want to utilize whatever it is that you've created, your product, your system, your coaching, your solution to whatever problem it is that they're dealing with. So I hope that helped. I hope that these four simple strategies helped. And if you really do want to utilize the Phoenix Rising system in your business, then I invite you to register for our pre-launch, because we've got a ton of bonuses that are absolutely out of this world. And they are going to not only get you on the right path quickly, but they're also going to encourage you to want to make as much money as possible and as quickly as possible, and also bring and rise up other influencers to work with you, just to make the process that much easier and to help enrich a lot of very, very talented and skilled content creators on your journey with you. So we are launching September 28th. It's on a Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we also have incredible bonuses as well as a massive discount on our core product. Okay, now we've got our core product and our VIP product. So if you want to register for the event before September 28th so that you can take advantage of those bonuses, we have got complete structures of the business model that I don't have included in the course, in the program. So you'll have access to those programs that are completely separate, and that is for our VIPs and our early adopters. And what we would love to see happen is if you are going to be a pre-launch purchaser and to be able to build up your business model quickly and be able to join us on the launch and share your testimony with our audience and show how powerful and easy this system is to incorporate, then that would just be a beautiful experience, not only for you and to get the recognition and promote your business model, but also help us show everybody else in the world how powerful the Phoenix Rising No Sales Call selling system really is, and how easy it is to incorporate into your business right away. Now, I am sitting here and I am just literally melting, but I wanted to share that with you before I sign off and let you know that with our VIP program or offer that we are extending into our launch, we're offering an all expense paid trip for 3 nights to the Grand Cayman Islands, and we'll be staying at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in the Grand Cayman Islands for 3 nights. Your entire trip will be completely covered, and during those 3 days we will be having the first night will be, a very private VIP dinner with yourself and the other members who will be there. And there will be a mastermind on the Saturday, and then a big old party that we're going to be having on in the evening. And then again, we'll be having a brunch on the last day with a mastermind, a mini mastermind attached to that as well. And you will have the opportunity to meet some phenomenal business owners that will just help elevate you as well, along your entrepreneurial journey. So get those tickets now, because we only have 50 spots for our VIP program, which includes the trip. And but we definitely have a lot of room in our core program for any business owner who is looking to elevate their business quickly. So jump on our website. It's thesilentbillionaires.com, thesilentbillionaires.com, and register right away for our event before September 28th so that you can get those bonuses, because as soon as September 28th launch is over, all of those bonuses go away and we go back to our standard enrollment pricing. So I look forward to seeing each and every one of you September 28th and watching you build these phenomenal businesses and create wealth that you genuinely deserve to create for yourself, for your family, and for generations to come. So we'll see you there.